Hi you guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some low impact jump training for volleyball. There's a common misconception that plyometrics need to be jumping as high as possible, but I think that the most important thing is to have a really strong, stable foundation and to really work that to build the strength and power and stability in your hips, your glutes, and your knees. And I think those things are more important than jumping for height. So today we're just going to focus on some really easy drills that you can do at home to build that strength and to get a really solid base on your jump. When you're doing these exercises, you should feel most of the burn and the muscle fatigue in your butt. You want to be able to feel it in the higher part of your butt and around your hips. Those are the muscles that should be working. So to get started, I always recommend doing some hip and glute activation exercises. You can find these in another video that I made, but I personally do these exercises for my own personal jump training, and I've been doing this for a really long time. I've noticed that just doing these light jumps have made a huge difference in my performance and my power. So you don't have to be a beginner to do this. You can do that for your whole career. The first exercise we're going to do are called freeze drops. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise up onto your toes, and then you're going to leave your feet and land. The most important thing that you want to think about is to keep your knees apart, and you want to drive back with your butt. So this is going to simulate just landing after a jump. So you're going to go up and down quickly. Raise up, down. Notice that my knees are staying apart. This is what it looks like from the side. You're going to go up, and notice that my butt is back. If you're having trouble keeping your knees out, a good idea is to put a band around your knees. I recommend using one of these. The green band is a little bit lighter. So start with this, and if this gets too easy, use the blue one. So if you're having trouble keeping your knees out, you really want to feel like you're squeezing against the band on your landing. Really create tension in the band. In this exercise, we're going to do box drops. So what you're going to do, I recommend starting with a box that's only 6 to 12 inches high. You're just going to get up on the box with the band around your knees, and you're just going to step off and land, making sure your knees stay apart and your butt stays back. This is teaching us to land properly when we're coming down from a block, when we're coming down from an attack. We want to make sure that we land in a nice stable position. From the side. Notice that my knees, I'm very tall, but my knees are not going over my toes. That's really important. My butt is back, but I'm allowing my trunk to come forward. If you're good with this, then you can try a taller box. And then once you get good at that, you can try it without the band to see if your knees stay apart. The next progression is drop jumps. So it's going to be very similar to the box drops, except after you land, you're going to jump again right away. So you're focusing on 2 separate landings and a jump. Always be pressing out against the band with your knees on both landings. Instead of coming down and landing, we're going to focus on jumping now. So we're going to start with a double leg jump onto a box. Again, make sure to start with the band around your knees to really exaggerate and push against that band and keep the knees out. So to start, you're just going to stand in one place, butt loaded, knees slightly bent, and you're going to jump onto the box. When you're jumping, you want to make sure that you're driving completely from your butt. So when you're back like this, the butt is back, you want to focus on going straight up from this position. You don't want to lean forward and get the knees over the toes first. You want to make sure that you're back and you're going straight up, powering through with your butt. The last two exercises we're going to do are very volleyball specific. The first one is going to be a step close, simulating our last two steps on our approach. So again, it's so important, and I know I keep saying it, to keep your knees wide, because so many of us, when we're jumping, whether it's for attacking or when we're landing or blocking, we jump and we tend to come together with our knees. This is when we get knee trouble. This is when we hurt ourselves, okay? So it might be a really good idea to even film yourself doing these exercises to see if you're being nice and strong, pushing apart, or if your knees are coming together on the jump. So let's check them out. Second volleyball specific drill we're going to do is blocking. So we're just going to take a step shuffle. I know a lot of you probably swing block, but we're going to just take a step shuffle, really focusing on the plant foot that it doesn't get dragged in, and we're just going to go straight up. Way. So there's three situations where we have to pay attention to our knee. The first, drive as we're stepping. We want to make sure the outside knee stays out. When we actually get planted, we want to make sure that our knees aren't trailing in together. And on the landing. So 3 times we have to be really careful with our knees. these exercises look really, really simple, and once you get really good at them and practice them a lot, they can be. But really learning how to recruit all of the right muscles when we're jumping takes a lot of focus and a lot of work. We want to be able to let our body work together, and being able to use our butt and our knees and everything as one unit, that's what makes us jump high in volleyball, not doing plyometric training as high as possible. Once you've mastered and feel really comfortable with these double leg exercises, you'll be ready to start moving into some single leg techniques. So stay tuned for that, but until then, thanks for watching.